Counter-terror powers for border security enforcement will take the difference in the number of attempted channel crossings, a Labour MP has said. Mike Tapp, MP for Dover and Deal, said the government's proposed border security, asylum and immigration bill will allow disruptive techniques to tackle people smuggling, but there is no quick fix. Yes, because they need to look at this issue from different perspectives. They have to sit down and do their homework properly, and it will take years for them to find a proper solution to fix this problem. And it's a pity that some of these countries, some of their politicians, they might not know, some know how to end some of these things, but they don't want to do it because of what their countries are benefiting from such policies or such archaic demonic agreement they had with some developing countries, which some of them have failed to admit that such agreements, such policies can no longer work in this digital age we live in. Yes, because if most of these countries in the West can forgo some demonic evil policies agreement they signed with some emerging economy, some third world countries that kept these countries stagnant, if they can forgo those evil demonic agreements, I'm telling you that those countries will start working. And when those countries start working, and you see that their citizens can see hope in their own country, tell me, what will an African, let me use Africa as example, what will an African be risking his life or her life to travel to Europe through the Mediterranean Sea without knowing the unforeseen, unpredictable future that awaits them in a foreign land where they are traveling to in search of greener pasture? Yes. Without knowing what awaits them, without knowing how they are going to integrate themselves, get by in this society, without knowing how they are going to cope with the weather in the country where they are going to. So some of the politicians know, some don't know. It's possible some don't know. Because if some of these evil agreements, like some 10 countries in Africa still paying colonial tax to France in this modern day and time, and you tell me that it's fair enough that such countries, their citizens will be coming to France in search of greener pasture, and France will treat them less as a human being through their asylum system, then it's not fair. And at the end of the day, France and some of these countries in the West will portray themselves as the preachers of democracy. You see, we have gone past that. In the world we live in now, the greatest preaching you can give to me is your lifestyle. Because if you are preaching to me, your life does not align or does not fall in line with what you're preaching, then you are a hypocrite. Then you are evil. So the earlier some of these countries, which we know that the evil, wicked, selfish, self-centered politicians in the West will never destroy such agreements. The earlier they destroyed the colonial parts, the Berlin 1884 agreement, where they divided Africa by themselves for themselves, it is only then that we will be able to curtail this irregular migration.